13 Fingers Crew.
Yo, what's up? Mattapan D here for the 13 Fingers Crew, and I'm here with LaForest Gray, the Gifted Seven. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up, big boy?
Ain't nothing.
Appreciate y'all coming through.
So, where you from originally?
Originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, wow, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Okay,
Milltown, shouts out, you know what I'm saying? I was born and raised there, lived there for like 32 years.
Were you in the music back then also?
Not really, I sung in choir. I took music lessons from age 7 to 13, auto harp, violin, trumpet, cornet, guitar, piano, some drums.
When did you actually get into music?
When I was stationed at Fort Bliss, Texas in 2002, I got hit by a drunk driver. And in 2004, I had my first back surgery, and I didn't do well. So they sent me out to Walter Reed in Washington, D.C. And during that time, I just had like a lot of downtime, but I was writing at the time. And when I was writing, I was going to different spots and stuff like that. And this one waitress came up to me and said, "Hey, we always see you writing and stuff like that. What are you writing?" So I opened up and read a couple poems. And I didn't consider it a poem at the time. I just considered me, therapy for myself. And she invited me out to 3 different poetry readings, and I finally went to the third one. And when I went, it was the most people I ever read in front of was like 100 people, like right around 100 people. And I read 2 poems. One was called Race, another one was an untitled poem about domestic violence, and I got a standing ovation, which was really humbling. I got out of the military December 8th, December 9th. I brought a keyboard, a Yamaha DGX 305, got an EMAC G4 computer, and just started learning how to do things. And cats like mentoring me, this 05, mentoring me back and forth about, Pro Tools and all the different DAWs that was out there, Sonar, Cubase, Fruity Loops. And then from there, just meeting different people, opportunities came about. So because of, my man Wes Felton, always keep this CD. I got some gems on here. I got like a Jill Scott joint nobody's never heard unless you have the CD. I have Jasmine Sullivan when she was like 14, 15 years old on here. I got some joints that they're exclusive joints. This is back when Raheem Devon and Wes Felton was doing 31 Ave on the regular before Raheem actually did his thing with Jive Records. Shout out to Raheem Devon, dude.
How long was you in the military?
I did 12 and a half years. We lived in El Paso, Texas for 10 years. But I was in the military. I came back in the military when 9/11 happened. I was originally in from 89 to 97. Did my 8 years, got out, was done. And then had a 4-year go-between. And then 9/11 happened. And I'm not one of those people that can sit on the sidelines and say, I would do this, I would do that. I called one of my boys that was recruited. Hey, I need to get back in ASAP. This is my heart and soul, the studio beside my Mac Pro, right? This is the Apogee Symphony IO. Great converters, great sound, real good clarity, just top notch, the music industry, along with some other ones, but this is the choice I chose to go with. And then the Duet 2, which is a portable version of that, has the same converters. This is my MC Mix controller. Crazy. You can use this for Pro Tools, any DAW that's out there, any major DAW, Pro Tools, Logic, Sonar, Cubase, Digital Performer, Paramix. You can use this, and it's based on the UConn protocol, which means that it goes over Ethernet, which is 256 times faster than MIDI. Just total control over everything you do. You need something that's going to let you check your phase inverse. So you need to check your mixes in mono. So when I'm checking my mixes and stuff like that, and I hit the mono button, certain frequencies might drop out. So that's why you check them in mono to see if there's phases clashing or if something drops out. Don't buy cheap gear to get you through now. Take that money that you were gonna, spend on that cheaper gear and save it up. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're gonna do is just replace it, and you're like, dang, I could have used this money for something else.
How important is volume when mixing a track?
Volume is key. You need to mix at the point you actually listen to. You know what I'm saying? Not this heavy loudness war that's going on right now. Louder is not better.
You're working with a new artist. You got some studio time set up. Haven't worked with them yet or her yet. What would be your preparation to get started?
Always have people send me stuff if they have anything recorded. Depending on what type of artist they are, if they're a musician, if they're a vocalist, if they're a lyricist, rapper, I want to hear them. If they don't have anything recorded, then spit on the spot, sing on the spot.
Oh, wow.
It's not one of those where I need to poke and prod. If this is something that you want to do, you should be able to open up your mouth and go. You know what I'm saying? And that way get a feel for you. Another thing is I won't record anybody, mix anybody whose music I don't like.
Tell me about working on music for movies. I seen that you actually did some music for a film called Border Lords 2.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that, like the experience and everything, and how it went about?
Back when I was in El Paso, Texas, shout out to my man GL. He's a phenomenal producer, singer, kills keys and drums. He knew someone named Billy Towns, who he played with in a professional band. Billy Towns is a phenomenal jazz artist known in the Southwest region, not just El Paso, Texas, but also like Arizona, Vegas, things of that nature. Shouts out to Billy Townsend. And Billy heard some of my stuff. I had reached out to him through a third party, and he liked what I was doing and stuff like that. And he was getting away from doing R&B and hip hop, and he had a client that came down from California that was signed to Universal, and asked me if I'd be interested in working with him. And we kind of worked together on the project, but the guy was like in a really dark place, and I wasn't there. I was like in a happy place. Mm-hmm. But through that contact of being reliable and doing stuff, Billy reached out to me, and he knew I already had did some previous work on movie soundtracks, Veil of Shadows, The Red Dress, from Oscar Crawford, Hummingbird Pictures. Shouts out to them. First person who ever really reached out to me and asked me to do something for him, and that's how I got into doing movies. Billy liked what I did and stuff like that, and asked me to do Border Lords. I gotta send shouts out to the fam, my wife, my sons, my daughter, my grandson. He inspired me. My mother-in-law. My mother passed away when I was 11. Shouts out to moms-in-law been holding me down, and father-in-law. I don't do the in-law thing, but just kind of clearing that up. Shout out to my pops, Mr. Gray. My 3 sisters. You know what I'm saying? Damn, this is a long ass shout out. Sonia. You know what I'm saying? Tammy and G. You know what I'm saying? They gonna edit this out. You know what I'm saying? Mad love to all y'all, you know what I'm saying? But last but never least, shout out to G.O.D. God.
Right, no
you know what I'm saying? Almighty, I don't care if you call him